Welcome. Welcome to Don't Dim to Fit In. My name is Maggie and I'm new here. Um, we're gonna just jump right in with a collective reading and just see what we get. So, does that sound good? Okay, let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna start off with a prayer as I always do when I do readings. If you want to join me, let's do it. Okay. Um, Holy Spirit, holy angels, ancestors, and past ever loved ones, please join me in this reading as I channel for the collective. Please show me what I need to see for their highest good and for my highest good. Please show us what we need to see for our spiritual journey. Please and thank you. Amen. All right. So I'm going to start off with the Ancestor deck. This is one of my favorites. I use it every single day. I always ask my ancestors to guide me and show me what I need to see for my highest good. I pull one card every single day, and I always get really, really good advice. And I believe that my ancestors and my angels are always guiding me and that they're always around me, just as I believe that Spirit is always around me and always with me. So, all right, let's see what we get for our first card. All right, I am going to anoint my hands here, put a little bit of Archangel Michael oil on here, which I love this stuff. It's awesome. So, all right, let's see what our ancestors have to say. All right, here we go. Hope everyone had a great Friday. So beautiful here where I'm at. Hope folks are staying safe and healthy, drinking lots of water, eating right, and like I said, feeling magical. Okay. All right, so we've got Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. Look at that. Love it. Unlock the magic within. That's great. Here. Just wondering if I could just kind of put this guy right here. There we go. All right, I am going to read from the book. But, intuitively, it's about using the magic that is within you, because we all have magic within us, right? That's what it's all about, doing all the healing work and using your intuition. But we're going to look it up and we're going to see what our ancestors have to say. So, unlocking the magic within. Magic Guardian. Okay, here we go. It's on page 106 for all of you who like numbers and the number synchronicities, which I love, by the way. Okay, so the message is stop looking outside yourself and recognize that you have incredible power within. That's very true. Magic with a K is the energy of the universe that allows you to manifest and create through the direction and power of your will. It changes according to your frequency. The Magic Guardian is a representation of the angel of magic who helps you direct your will to bring something into creation. She is the angel who swirls around shamans and wise ones when they are calling on the energy of magic to help them manifest something that will be healing and supportive on their path. She is the angel of all magic that is directed for the highest good of whoever is working with it. You are the magic. You are the answer. You have it all within you. That is something that took me a really long time to figure out. But I got there, and that's all that matters, right? If you've been searching for an answer or a reason to focus, recognize that all that you are looking for is already inside of you. It's already within you. You are a powerful and magical person with the capacity to direct your intentions and will your desires into being. But your power can only be powerful when you own it. So take time to acknowledge it. Your ability to dedicate yourself to a goal and make it happen is a real gift that you are being guided to recognize now. So yeah, the power is within you, the magic is within you, but you also have to take the action, right? Faith without works is dead. You have to take the action. That's awesome. Thank you, ancestors. We are very grateful. Okay. I love that. I love that for you. I love that for us, right? Unlock the magic within. I love that. That's awesome to start the reading off. It's fantastic. Okay. All right. Next, we're going to look at Alice in Wonderland, one of my favorite decks, my favorite oracle decks. Well, I'm going to say that a lot because I own an embarrassing amount of oracle and tarot decks. I am a collector. That's how I justify how many I have. And I say I'm just a collector. It's true. But it's my passion. It's my joy. I love it. But this is a really good deck. And it's an Alice in Wonderland deck. But, you know, when I saw Alice in Wonderland when I was a kid, and as an adult, before I woke up, I had really no idea what was going on. But now I realize that it's like so spiritual, right? It's so spiritual. So let's see what Alice in Wonderland has to say. All right, Spirit, what do we need to know for our highest good? What do we need to know for our highest good? Did y'all see that? All right, we got two cards. We got two. We've got the King of Hearts and the Mock Turtle. The King of Hearts and the Mock Turtle. I like these cards. Can y'all see that? Right away, it's like reminding me of like the King of Hearts, like heart chakra. Maybe it has something to do with like, I don't know, the one guy standing here and he's like, he's being very patient, right? He's standing there and he's like, I'm very patient. And the other guy is just, he's holding a tiny crown on a pillow and he's looking away like, oh, I'm not interested. So it's like one partner is very patient and waiting and the other partner is like, I want nothing to do with you. Did y'all see that? And then the crown is so tiny. It's like the tiniest crown ever. And he seems uninterested. He's like unbothered. And then there's hearts everywhere. And then the turtle, the Mock Turtle. This is interesting because there's something sitting on top of the turtle. But there's plants and stuff growing out of it. And the turtle always reminds me of like the turtle and the hare. And the hare like cheats to get ahead and everything, but then he ends up losing anyway. It's like you can't cheat your way through stuff. I mean, you can, but it doesn't really work, right? Like, especially with healing, you've got to do the healing. You got to go within and do the healing. And you gotta get through it. The only way out is through, right? So anyway, all right, well, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna read because, and then like on the bottom, we've got waking up, right? It's time to wake up. Look, it's time to wake up. I love that. All right, but I want to read because I want to see what this is all about. And so like the King of Hearts is 19 and the Mock Turtle is 23. So 19 and 23 could be significant to you. Those numbers could mean something. All right, so 19, let's look at this. 19. All right, page 19, card 19. All right. I'm new to YouTube. I'm not new to reading. I've been reading for like 2 years. So just so you know. Okay. All right. The King of Hearts. In the story, the King of Hearts was the Queen's husband, a shy, discreet, quiet husband at that, especially compared to his loud-mouthed, short-tempered consort. Being a kind man with a compassionate and forgiving heart, he was truly liked by his subjects, while the Queen was mostly feared. Though he never contradicted his spouse head on, he was always trying to lighten the sweeping sentences that she was pronouncing. So the meaning of this card is sometimes it's good to be loud and clear about what you want or what you believe in, but other times a little softness, discretion, and a low voice prove to be more useful tools. You won't reach your goals by yelling and shouting. Like the Queen, his wife, the Queen, that's all she ever did was like, off with his head, off with his head. And the husband's just like, I'm sorry for my wife. better try to take unofficial roads and act behind the scenes. You will get more satisfying results. So the key question here that they want you to ask is, how could you use kindness to achieve your ends? So like if you're going through your day and you're so stressed out that you're just like yelling and screaming at everybody, or like you're in traffic and you're stressed out and you're like using the horn, but you're using the horn for like not for how it's intended to be used, but just because like someone's too long at a light, or someone's doing something that you don't want them to do. What they're asking you here with the King of Hearts is just maybe just be a little bit more patient, maybe be a little more patient and use your heart chakra and just be like, hey, I don't know, maybe just be a little bit kinder and a little bit softer, something like that. I don't know, something to think about. All right, and then 23, let's look at 23. The Mock Turtle. The Mock Turtle. 23, the Mock Turtle. All right, so in the story, the strange turtle, whose name is a pun on mock turtle soup, which I guess is an imitation green turtle soup that's made with veal, was quite a solitary, melancholic character who yearned for the time when it was a real turtle. It was also quick to get annoyed and showed a tendency to confuse words and be offended by them. So the meaning of this is we are all getting through moments of sadness and despair, and those feelings are to be experienced as part of our human journey. The important point is not to get stuck in them. Surrender to your melancholy for a time, welcome it to your soul, but let it also be a transitionary, I can't say that word. So basically, like, feel your feelings, but don't stay in them, right? So feel your feelings and then get out of it. So it's okay to feel kind of sad. It's okay to, be stressed out, but don't sit in that for too long, because then that can turn into like depression, and, we don't want to stay there. We don't want to stay there. So it says, you are so much more than two crying eyes. Rest assured that hope will soon blossom in your heart, and that joy looks forward to taking you in its arms again. I don't know why I can't read today. So the key question here is, what are the things that make you feel sad, nostalgic, or melancholy? So really maybe just think about those things, and in order to like address those things, you gotta think about it. Like what helps me is writing things down. Like pen to paper is so powerful, right? Like what makes me sad, when I think about the past, or when I miss somebody, like write it down. Write down why you're sad, how it makes you feel, and then what can you do to feel better, and feel those feelings and be like, okay, I'm feeling these feelings and that's okay, and then get out of it. Don't stay there. Do not stay there. Process it, and then maybe like alchemize it, turn something bad into something good. I don't know. You know what I did one time? So I was processing feelings like about my husband. I went through a divorce, like long story short. I went through a divorce and we had this really special song and it was our wedding song and it was an Ed Sheeran song and I love Ed Sheeran. And I had this memory. It was our wedding dance, you know, and for a long time I had those two crying eyes, right? And I cried so many tears. And I'm like, why am I crying so many tears? But so what I decided to do was I made a new memory. So like I alchemized that energy, right? So I played the song and instead of crying that time, I played the song and I danced in my living room with my dog. And I made a new memory. So now when I hear that song, it's not, I don't cry and I don't shut it off immediately and I'm not like, oh, stuck in the past. I think about dancing in the living room with my dog now. And that's how I was able to alchemize that. And yeah, so I turned a kind of like a sad, melancholy memory into a good one. So, I don't know, that's just like something you can do. Just an example. So, I'm drinking some lemonade in my M cup. So, I love lemonade. It's so good, so sweet. Okay, so that's good. I mean, both of these cards were kind of like about feeling sad and stress, so some of you might be feeling that. So let's feel our feelings and then get out of it. But, you know, think about what makes you joyful and maybe do those things, right? All right. So magic within, feeling our feelings, and then getting out of it. That's cool. All right, I'm going to move this over here. All right, let's get some Soul Journey cards. I love this deck. This is a cool deck. I love all my decks. I feel like I say that about every deck. Oh, I love this deck. I love this deck. I mean, to be fair, they're all nice. I have this gummy bear tarot. Have y'all seen this? I mean, it's cute. It's adorable. I mean, I'm just saying. It's adorable. Tarot and oracle decks bring me joy. If I have a melancholy day, all I have to do is look at the gummy bear tarot. I mean, it's the cutest thing in the world. Oh, gosh. So silly. So silly. It's okay, though. All right, here we go. All right, Holy Spirit, what does the collective need to know today on this wonderful Friday evening? Of course, this is timeless. You're meant to see it when you see it. When you're ready to see the truth. Ooh, change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Change is the only thing that is guaranteed in this life. Is change. We are constantly changing, which is a beautiful thing. I used to be so afraid of change. Whew. And then God, Spirit, Source, whatever you subscribe to, brought tower after tower after tower, and then all it was change, 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 change. Like I had a pocket full of change. And that's when I was like, okay, I can roll with this. And then I started my spiritual journey, and that's how come I know change is constant. So you're probably going through some change right now is my point. All right. What else, Holy Spirit? What else does the collective need to know? What else we got here? Right. Purpose. I love this for you. Purpose. I know what I am here to do. This is awesome. All right. I've got my little, let me move my stuff here. This is my little fairy, by the way. Isn't she cute? Her name is actually Maggie. Isn't that adorable? Okay, all right, I digress. Okay, let me show this to you. If you are in doubt that you have a purpose or that you don't know what your purpose is, everybody has a purpose, okay? Everybody has purpose. You just gotta figure out what it is, right? And how do you do that? You go within and you do the healing work and you go through your spiritual journey and you find your purpose. It's amazing. Okay, purpose. I know what I'm here to do. Yeah. It's awesome. This is part of my purpose. Part of my purpose is to help the collective grow, heal, and evolve. It's amazing. To share my experience, strength, and hope, my wisdom. Excuse me. And this is amazing. We've got change and purpose. This is fantastic. Spirit wants you to know that the reason why you're experiencing so much change is because you have a purpose. You're here for a higher calling. There's a higher calling over your life. There's a higher calling over your life. How great is that? So like these things that are like, you're like, oh my gosh, this is happening to me. No, it's happening for you. Ah, man. Just change your perspective a little bit, right? It's happening for me. I get to do these things. Now I have to do these things. I get to do these things. These are just some of the things that I've experienced. Like I used to say all the time, like I have to do this. I have to go to work. I have to XYZ. But no, I get to do these things now. I get to go to work. It's fantastic. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Anything else from this deck? I think that might be it from this one. I'll just shuffle a couple more times and we'll see if there are any more messages from this deck, Spirit. Nope. Alright. We've got health at the bottom of the deck. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So health. So just make sure you're taking care of your body. If you're eating right, drinking enough water, as I'm drinking lemonade. But I do drink water too. But yeah, make sure you're taking care of your vessel, you know? I mean, I know my collective is looking good, taking care of themselves, you know? I mean, that's what we do, right? We do healthy things. And if you're still doing toxic things, do that stuff, you know, maybe don't do it so much anymore. You know, if you're drinking and smoking and just doing something, you know, that's not good for you, then maybe lay off that stuff, you know, because that will block you from spirit. It will. I know from experience. Like I used to have a problem with drinking and I had to stop that because it was very, very toxic for me, and I was spiritually bankrupt. I was completely blocked, so I had to quit it. But that was just my experience. So I mean, if you can do that kind of stuff in moderation, then that's wonderful. That's awesome. But yeah, like but take care of yourself is the whole point, you know. Just make sure you're being healthy, right? Make sure you're being healthy. So yeah, okay, all right. So let's do. Okay, these are fun. These are called super awesome. They're called, what are they called? They're called super awesome. This is funny. I'll have to look at the book real quick because. What are they called? Hold on, I gotta check. Hang on. Oh, they're called Super Awesome Future Fortune Cards. Super Awesome Future Fortune Cards. I got them. I don't know. I can't remember where I got them, but I think they're so fun. I They're so fun. Do you want to know what your super awesome fortune future is? We're gonna get a card. All right. Let's see. Let's see what comes out of here. Let's see what's up. All right. Let's do some shuffling, shall we? Yeah. All right. I have a candle burning over here, so I'm just making sure that nothing goes on fire. So, yeah. Okay, here we go. All right, Holy Spirit. What do we have for the collective? What do we get? Y'all see my butterfly back here? I like butterflies. They are a symbol of rebirth, transformation, passed over loved ones. They're also really, really beautiful. So, oh, we've got the snake. 17. The snake. Kind of looks a little Adam and Eve-ish. This is, so they're two people with horse heads standing in front of a tree with a snake in there. That's quite interesting. I need to find the book though, because I don't really know exactly what is meant by that, except for intuitively, excuse me, intuitively it's just like, hey, the snake is usually beware of, you know, beware of temptation. Yeah, beware of temptation. I don't really know where the book is right now, though. I'm looking for it, but I'm not seeing it. Alright, what else we got, Spirit? Anything else from this deck? I'm just going to drop the snake on me, and that's it. It's funny. Ooh, we've got the snake, the moon, which is card number 33, which is a very spiritual number. That's Jesus' number, or Yeshua's number. And then we've got the blender, 15, which is like mixing it up, right? So we've got the snake, which is temptation. We've got the moon, which is like hiding stuff. And we've got the blender, which is like mixing it up. This kind of reminds me of like the Tower card. So beware of temptation. The moon. There's another snake. Yeah, there's another snake in the water there. Look at that. There's another snake. And this is definitely, look, there's 2 tornadoes right here in this blender card. There's 2 tornadoes. This blender is definitely like a tower. It definitely doesn't mean like make a smoothie. There's 2 tornadoes. I wonder why that tower's there. Bottom of the deck, we've got the dogs. And the dogs are usually like, beware of the two-faced friends. You might have some people around you that are kind of hiding secrets and trying to mix things up, trying to, you know, like talk behind your back, or I don't know, just beware. Just use your intuition with the people around you, because you never know who is being a snake and who's trying to mix things up And like I put this in the middle for some reason. I put this in the middle, so I do not believe in coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. That is true. All right, I want to do a fairy card. I do love fairies. I love, 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 love fairies. If you believe in the Fae, I don't know if you believe in the Fae, but I do. I love the Fae. They don't all look like this, right? The Fae are pretty. They're pretty powerful. Let's just say that. Okay. Let's shuffle this up. Let's do some shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. I don't know why I just sang that. Sometimes I'll like channel songs for no reason. I mean, there's always a reason. If I channel a song, I'll definitely go and look up the lyrics because the lyrics mean something. So if you ever have a song that's just like stuck in your head all day, I would recommend and encourage you to go look up the lyrics because there's usually a message in there. It's true. That has been my experience. All right. What do the fairies have to say? What do the fairies... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. It's too many. Okay. Can we just get like 1 or 2 cards here? Can we get 1 or 2 cards, please? These cards have not been shuffled as much as the other ones. So... gonna do one. Okay, we've got solitude. We've got solitude. Think of being alone as meaning you are all one and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. I love being in solitude. This is a pretty card too. Look at that. Look how pretty she is. Solitude. Love it. I love being in solitude. Because I can talk to spirit. I pray, I meditate. Sometimes I listen to other creators, support other creators. I'll listen to music, I'll work, I'll just relax. Oh man, sometimes it's just nice to just relax, right? But it's good. It's good to have time to yourself. It really is. I mean, to where you're just like there's no noise, right? Like the noise of the outside world and the noise in your own head is just gone, right? That's so important. Solitude's so important. Also, I love that she's in a forest. I mean, the Fae's typically in the forest, but some of you might need to get out into nature and ground yourself. Go for a walk in the park. Go for a walk in the mountains, in the forest, anywhere where there's, greenery, trees. Go hug a tree. I've done that before. Take your shoes off. Take your socks and shoes off and just walk on the ground with your bare feet. Like, when was the last time you did that? I mean, I used to do that when I was a kid. But, yeah, I mean, this is, looking at this card, it's like I want to go, like tomorrow, I want to go walk in I've got trails near my house, and like trails are free, you know. I mean, walking outside is free. Like, go walk outside. Like, go play outside. You know, I used to do that when I was a kid all the time. So, yeah, be in solitude. And you can always, like, and you can always pray. Like, you can always pray, talk to God, talk to Spirit, talk to Source, while you're in solitude, grounding yourself, and meditating. Like, you can knock out all 4 of those just by going outside. Like, how cool is that? That's pretty cool. I think that's cool. Lemonade break. That's pretty cool. All right. Let's get a future higher self card. Future higher self card. This is what your future higher self wants to tell you. Sometimes I picture my future higher self like just kind of doing this. Aggie, what are you doing? So funny. But then sometimes my future higher self's like, heck yeah, she did it. She's doing it. She's doing the hard work. It's fantastic. Make sure you're giving yourself the credit that you're due. I think we're really good at, like what I just did, right? I think we're really good at like saying, oh, you know, like criticizing ourselves. We're really good at criticizing ourselves. We gotta get better at telling ourselves we're doing a good job. You know? We gotta get better at that. And I mean, when I say we, I'm talking about me too, because I'm part of the collective. Like, this reading's for me too, y'all. You know? I mean, this is hard work. I mean, it's worth it, but it's hard work, right? All right, Spirit. What do we got? Future higher self. Future higher self. What do we got? What do we need to work on? What do we need to work on? What do we need to work on? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Ancestors. What do we need to work on? What do we need to work on? I know there's something. Is there anything, Spirit? Oh, everybody's just all perfect? I didn't think so. Embrace. Find peace with your current state of being. Oh, so this kind of goes along with the solitude, right? Find peace with... Sorry, my candle just like popped. Find peace with your current state of being. Solitude. Yeah. Kind of goes along with these cards too, where we're like feeling kind of melancholy and stressful, and you know, and embrace, like, find peace and the magic within, you know. Kind of making sense, guys. What do you think? Yeah. All right. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else from this deck? Anything else from future higher self? Future energy activation. Connect to the divine through meditation or prayer. Okay. I mean, this is what we're talking about, right? Meditation and prayer. Going within. The magic is within. Peace. How are we going to do that, guys? How are we going to do that? Meditation and prayer. Right? And it's like, you know, I mean, she's sitting, you see how she's sitting here, right? Like, that's not the only way to do meditation, right? We can do meditation in so many different ways. I mean, you can look it up, but, you know, you can meditate in the shower. You can meditate like this, but like you can You can meditate with crystals. Look at my amethyst. You can meditate on a walk in the forest. On a walk in the forest. You can also pray on a walk in the forest. You know, there's so many different ways. Like whatever works for you. However you want to pray. However you want to meditate. Like when I pray, every morning I get up and I pray and I talk to Spirit like Spirit's my best friend. Like we're buddies. And it's pretty cool. So, yeah. There's one card here that's already flipped over, and I keep seeing it, so I need to find it. Okay. Alright. Alright, it's the denial card. So, okay. Someone might be in denial. Failure to accept the situation, unhealthy cycles or addictions. All right. Just like I was saying before, if you are in a toxic situation or if you have a toxic behavior, you might want to let that go or try to stop doing it. And if you are having a hard time stopping doing it, ask for help. One of the hardest things that I've had to do in my adult life, and this was 3 years ago, was to ask for help to stop drinking. I couldn't do it on my own. Full-on adult. I could not do it on my own. I had to ask for help. So, don't ever be ashamed or afraid to ask for help. It's okay. Sometimes you need help, and that's okay. So, get out of this denial and ask for help if you need it, okay? You are loved and you are safe, and it's okay to ask for help, okay? I believe in you. You can let this go. You can get rid of this toxicity. I did it. I know you can do it too. All right. Okay, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. All right, I'm going to put these away, and then I'm going to get a couple of other cards, and then we're going to close it out. All right. Let's do, oh, I like this deck. I'm not going to say it's my favorite deck. This is the Sign of the Times deck. It's pretty cool. Look. This reminds me of the Twilight Zone. Pretty cool, though. All right. Just very creative. Well, guys, you know, if you're enjoying this, and even if you're not enjoying this, I hope you are. If you're still here, thank you. Go ahead and smash that like button. That'd be cool. I'd appreciate it. You're always welcome here. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to talk about a lot of truth here, too. So. But, you know, I'm always going to tell you what you need to hear. Probably not what you want to hear, but, I mean, that's what Spirit does, so. And I'm a conduit. Just meaning, you know, I mean, you know what that, if you don't know what that means, it just means that, like, you know, Spirit speaks in and through me, which is cool. Part of my purpose, part of my gift. So, all right. What's the collective need to hear, Holy Spirit? And if any of this bothers you, like if you're finding yourself being like, oh my God, this is so annoying, or she's so annoying, or whatever, it's probably because like you need to do some healing, and that's okay. You know, I love you anyway, and that's why you're here. You're here because you're on this journey, and we're on this journey together. And like if something bothers me, if I find something that bothers me, right, like about someone else, I immediately am like, oh, what do I need to heal? What is it about me that I need to look at? Because it's usually like a mirror, right? Like it's a mirror effect. Like if someone is bothering me, I'm like, oh, I have healing to do still. So that's okay. I love you, and I'm glad you're here. Okay, so we've got Sunflower, and this is action, the action card, which, weren't we just talking about this? Faith without works is dead. You gotta take action. Look, healing takes action. Oh, man, don't you just love sunflowers? Beautiful, right? Beautiful. All right, we're gonna read this. I mean, action is like, I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm gonna read it anyway. Because it's beautiful. So, Sunflower. Here we go. Sunflower. Just as a sunflower shifts its position to face the sun's ray, this card is assigned to head in the direction of that which energizes you. Soak in the nourishment of your passions and the feeling of being alive. Now is not the time to be timid or shy. Accept invitations for adventure and act on your ambitions. Any uncertainty on whether the time is right to proceed should be put aside. It's time for you to take action and make moves. There is also an energy of constant movement in this card, which can cause you to change directions frequently, leading to inconsistency and a lack of progress. Stay focused as you take that next step with intention. Just kind of like this change card, right? Weren't we just talking about change? Yeah. Additional meaning, green light. A waiting period is over. Take the lead, get physically active, and go for it. Go for it. Take the action. This is good stuff. We've got mirror on the bottom, reflection. Yeah. Mirror. It's like in life, seriously, as I've been on this healing journey, this spiritual journey, it's like so much mirroring has been going on. So much mirroring. It's like, oh, that's bugging me. Oh, well then why is it bugging you, Maggie? Do you have some healing to do? Yeah, you do. Go deeper within. Write some stuff down. Do some prayer and meditation. I mean, there's a lot more, and we're gonna talk about a lot. We're gonna talk a lot about healing on this channel, and how to heal. Because I hear so much about like shadow work and healing and all that stuff. But it's like, how do you do that? Well, I'm going to guide you all on how to do that kind of stuff. I'm gonna have I'm gonna give you all the tools to do that. So we're gonna do it together. It's gonna be awesome. So yeah, awesome. Mirror, and I love that it's like a disco ball. It's like, I love it. That's fantastic. That's great. Okay, we didn't even get to do any tarot. I just did like. That's okay. We don't have to do tarot. We could do tarot next time. I like it. I mean, Oracle's good too, right? We can do the gummy tarot next time. I mean, the gummy tarot. Come on, it's so cute. Okay. Could do how should I close this out? I have so many decks. We could do let's just do spiritual advice. I've got these so this deck it's called Vibe About It, and I got it from from a creator. Her name is Vibe About It. And she's on Etsy and she's fantastic. Her decks are fantastic. They're so pretty. And they've got like this really awesome side to it. But anyway, she's fantastic. You should check her out. And they're reasonably priced too. So this is her spiritual deck. It's actually called Spiritual Symbols, Volume 1. I use a lot of her decks, so. And I always support other creators. I think that's really important to do. And I'm a huge fan. Alright, we'll get a couple of these and then we'll close it out. I hope this was helpful in your healing and on your journey. And in the next one, we'll actually pull some tarot. So, it's going to be like a good mix of oracle and tarot and healing and shadow work and all kinds of stuff. We're going to do all kinds of stuff on this channel. It's going to be cool. So, I really hope you like it. And I hope you come back. So, all right. Let's see. Ooh. All right. I've got Hourglass. Old school ways of thinking. Time is running out. Time is the enemy turned upside down. Okay. All right. It seems like, old ideas. It's kind of like the old ways of thinking, right? So like, that's the way we've always done it. So like, my spiritual journey, I've been on it for like 3 years now, and I've literally had to unlearn everything I've ever learned. So I had to get rid of all of my old ideas and change my perspective so many times, and just start thinking bigger, right? I used to think so small, and I used to think only one way. So it's time to change it. For some of you, for some, it might be time to change your perspective, right? There are other ways to do things, right? Maybe think of new ways, different perspective, different angles, right? So this channel will help you do that. All right, what else? All right, we've got Suitcase, Burdens, Resentment, Anger, Emotional Baggage, Secrets and Lies, Conflicted Emotions. Okay, resentment. I know a lot about resentments. So, resentments really, they're dangerous. They hurt you a lot. They can hurt you a lot. In my experience, I carried so much resentment for such a long time. It was making me sick. It was making me spiritually sick, spiritually ill. I had a spiritual illness, and I learned recently, actually, I learned how to deal with resentments, and it made me better. So, holding on to resentments and anger, it's just hurting you. So learn how to let that go. Learn how to forgive other people, even when you think it's going to be really hard or like you can't do it. Again, pen to paper is a very powerful thing. I wrote down my resentments and why I had them, and I really, really took a look at them, and I realized that all these people that I was mad at, that I had resentments against, when I really looked at it, I had a part in every single one of them. I had a part too. So yeah, those people hurt me, but I also hurt them. So by doing that work and like actually writing it down on a piece of paper and seeing it in black and white, I was able to see, yes, they hurt me, but I hurt them too. And I also realized that, you know, maybe they were sick too, right? And maybe they had a spiritual illness too. And it was then that I was able to forgive. And when I forgave them, I felt better. And it wasn't really even just about me feeling better, but it was like, I knew that Spirit wanted me to forgive. You know, I know it's what God wanted me to do. So, yeah, so just, it's in everyone's best interest to just let go of the resentments and the anger, and the fear, all of that. It's just, it'll make you happier and more joyful. And yeah, and it's like, you know, and I love that this is a suitcase too, because it's like you're carrying around all that emotional baggage and all of that anger, and it's just like, it's so heavy. But once you learn to forgive, like really truly forgive in your heart, it gets so much lighter. You get lighter, and it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. All right, we've got, oh, and I love that it's 88. The number is 88. Ah, I love it. I love this for you guys. I love it. Okay, the next thing is wedding ring. Suspicious, need to compromise, misunderstandings and arguments, anxious about your relationship. Okay, so if you're anxious about your relationship, have a conversation. Have a conversation with your partner, your significant other. I am not in a relationship right now, but I have been in the past. And a lot of times I let fear get in the way of having actual conversations, and it did not end well. So, yeah, I mean, don't let fear get in the way of like these misunderstandings, you know, and don't like make stuff up in your mind. Your mind can play tricks on you. Your mind can really, really play tricks on you. Like you'll make stuff up. You'll make stuff up in your mind and be like, oh, well, you know, I'm suspicious, and you know, you have an argument with your significant other and you make up all this stuff in your head that's not really happening. So the best thing to do is just to like have the conversation and work it out, right? And then if you don't want to work it out, then like don't work it out, you know? But at least, I don't know, there's obviously an issue, so you gotta at least address it, right? At least address it. Okay, I really don't want to end on that, so let's see what else is going on here. All right, here we go. Gates. There are unnecessary barriers. You are blocking opportunities. Problem may arise later in the future. 39. Okay. Some of y'all are getting in your own way. Probably because of this old way of thinking. Change your perspective, you change your life. Get out of your own way. But you've got to change your perspective. You've got to drop these burdens and this emotional baggage and these resentments and all this anger, which may or may not be stemming from these misunderstandings and these suspicions in your relationship. May or may not be related. We don't know. You know your situation. You know your situation. You got to get out of your own way, though. You could be keeping yourself stuck in your own head, right? In your own self-imposed prison. I did that for so long. That's what I mean when I say these gates right here, these gates, this is like you are standing, this is you in your own mind. Like you're keeping yourself stuck. You got to get out of that. You got to change your mindset. I mean, I would encourage you to do that. That's been my experience. So, okay, let's get one more, Spirit. Let's get one more. Okay, shuffling is... Alright, I'm gonna get this other deck. Get the pink deck. Hot pink deck. I don't know why my shuffling is not great tonight, but we gonna make it work. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, what do we got? Comfort zone number 41. Okay, let's see. I'll show you the card. Comfort zone 41. You may feel comfortable and familiar with what you know, but staying where you're at can ultimately lead to stagnation, missed opportunities, and diminished personal development. You wouldn't want to look back at your life and feel regret for not taking chances or exploring new possibilities. Okay, so this is probably why you're feeling stuck. Listen. You can't grow if you don't take any new chances, if you don't take a leap of faith, if you don't do anything new. If you stay in your comfort zone, you're not going to grow, heal, and evolve, right? I mean, if you're going to take a leap of faith, you may as well take a leap of faith on yourself. I mean, like, I remember all the times that I took a leap of faith on like my significant other, my kids, my friends, my job, XYZ, you know, fill in the blank. But I didn't take a leap of faith on myself. Not until like 3 years ago. And I was like, why? Why am I keeping myself stuck? Why am I keeping myself in a self-imposed prison behind these gates? Why don't I take a leap of faith on myself? That's what Spirit wants you to do. You are in a rut. You are in your comfort zone. Well, you're not going to grow if you stay in this comfort zone, are you? If you say like, well, I'll wait till tomorrow, or I'll wait till I have enough money, or I'll wait till the kids leave the house, or I'll wait until XYZ. If you keep waiting, you're not going to get there, right? The time is now. Get out of your comfort zone. Look at that plane. It's time to fly. It's time to fly. Yes. It's time to fly. Let's get out of our comfort zones, okay? All right. Okay, collective. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I hope that you all come back. I'm going to do a lot more readings, and I'll do the tarot next time. And yeah, so listen, I want to let you know that I really appreciate y'all being here. I'm glad that you stayed with me. I hope you come back, and just know that you are loved and that you are not meant to fit in. You are not meant to be put in a box. And please do not dim to fit in. Until next time, I love you. Bye.